Only those who face great suffering can know true awakening. These words from Aeschylus, written more than 2,500 years ago, echo a truth many still avoid acknowledging. In a world that encourages us to seek shortcuts and numb the pain, few understand that the hardest path, the one less traveled, is the only road to true transformation. What if I told you that running away from suffering is what most feeds mediocrity and traps us in cycles of mental illness? Perhaps you've already felt a deep discomfort, a whisper that something is wrong, yet the urge to escape that feeling takes over. The truth is, facing those moments is what separates those who live a life full of purpose from those who merely survive. If you're seeking wisdom, personal growth, and the key to breaking free from the ordinary, stay with me. This video is for those ready to understand that suffering is not the end, but the beginning of something extraordinary. Healing through self-awareness. Self-awareness is like a clear mirror, reflecting the subtle nuances of who we truly are, without filters. Inspired by Morgan Scott Peck, this process is understood as essential for personal growth, as it connects us with both our pain and our potential. For instance, when reflecting on a bothersome habit, like procrastination, we can uncover its emotional roots and begin to take control of it. By accepting that life brings challenges, we discover the key to genuine growth. It's not easy to admit our limitations, but it is in confronting them that true wisdom is found. Think about that feeling of clarity that arises after having a difficult conversation and realizing something within you has shifted. That's the power of self-awareness in action. Practicing this awareness is a daily act, a continuous journey. Try keeping a reflective journal or dedicating 5 minutes of your day to meditating on your choices and emotions. These small steps help unveil hidden layers of yourself, paving the way for the next challenge, embracing suffering as an integral part of growth. Embracing suffering as growth. Embracing suffering is an act of courage that propels us toward transformation. As Scott Peck teaches, instead of running from our problems, facing them head-on gives us the opportunity to grow. For instance, confronting the fear of a career change not only uncovers new paths, but also reveals strengths that were once hidden. This kind of growth occurs when we decide that momentary discomfort is far more valuable than a lifetime of stagnation. Consider the roots of a tree breaking through hard soil to reach water. Humans are much the same. We break through internal barriers and grow stronger when we accept life's challenges. This perspective helps us understand that legitimate suffering is, in truth, a relentless but essential teacher. Interestingly, avoiding these moments only leads to neurotic suffering, dysfunctional and unproductive. So the next time discomfort knocks on your door, ask yourself, what can I learn from this? By doing so, you'll begin to see how accepting suffering is the only real path to personal growth, offering a profound lesson that frees you from the trap of avoidance. The challenges of avoidance. When we avoid confronting our problems, we create a cycle of unproductive suffering that keeps us trapped. Scott Peck describes this as neurotic suffering, a state that resolves nothing and only amplifies the issues. It's like piling up credit card debt. The problem seems distant, but the more we delay addressing it, the bigger it grows until it becomes unmanageable. This reflection reveals that avoidance is a dangerous trap. Mental health deteriorates when we seek shortcuts to escape the legitimate pain of life's challenges. A classic example is someone turning to constant distractions, like social media, to avoid real concerns. This behavior, far from providing relief, only worsens anxiety and feelings of emptiness. Confronting the issue, however, is the first step toward transforming it. This shift requires courage, but it is profoundly liberating. Small steps, like initiating a difficult conversation or tackling a postponed project, can already lead to significant results. Ultimately, it is only by facing our challenges that we can grow and overcome stagnation, creating room to face an even greater foe: laziness. Confronting laziness. Laziness, as Scott Peck describes, is like an invisible force that paralyzes us, leading us to avoid the effort necessary for growth. He refers to it as the original sin because it exists within all of us. Think about how many times you've postponed something important simply out of a lack of willpower. This habit may seem harmless, but over time, it undermines our personal development. Overcoming laziness requires recognizing its disguised forms: fear, procrastination, and even creative rationalizations. For instance, saying, "I don't have time," might just be a shield to avoid something challenging yet essential. Acknowledging this is the first step. A practical exercise is to set small daily goals and accomplish them with joy. As Nietzsche suggested, let the effort be carried out with enthusiasm, not as a burden. By turning effort into something enjoyable, you redefine your relationship with action. It won't be easy, but we are here to support each other in this battle, and we've already won. Try bringing clarity to your daily tasks by telling yourself, "Everything that is momentarily difficult will bring me genuine benefits for my growth." These small shifts create a rhythm that weakens laziness and fuels personal growth, paving the way to embrace suffering as a true ally. The role of suffering in transformation. Suffering, when embraced, is one of the most powerful agents of transformation. Scott Peck highlights that great spiritual and philosophical leaders, like Buddha and Socrates, used their pain as tools to achieve wisdom and self-awareness. Similarly, the challenges we face in daily life can help us overcome self-sabotaging behaviors and build resilience. Facing suffering compels us to let go of what harms us and reach for something greater. Imagine someone choosing to end a toxic relationship, enduring the initial pain to gain emotional peace and freedom. Such choices, though difficult, strengthen our ability to face adversity and foster profound personal growth. Ultimately, it's essential to view suffering as a teacher, not an enemy. Take a moment to reflect on the hardest periods of your life and consider the lessons they brought you. Friedrich Nietzsche was right when he said, "What doesn't destroy us makes us stronger." And perhaps, in that strength, you are preparing to unlock the true meaning of personal greatness. Now that you understand how to face challenges and transform suffering into a powerful tool for personal growth, the question is, what will you do with this knowledge? Are you ready to look inward, confront the pain you've avoided for so long, and use it as a springboard to achieve wisdom and self-awareness? Or will you stay on the easier path, the one that leads only to stagnation? If you've made it this far, you've already taken the first step. So why not take the next? Start by putting what you've learned into practice. And second, subscribe to the channel and turn on notifications to keep exploring these ideas and diving deeper into what truly transforms lives. If you're still here, click on the suggested video on the screen. It's likely to spark your interest. This next video is the perfect complement to what you've learned today.